We got our first booking in one of our new Airbnbs. We thought it was yesterday, but then it was a different house, and then it was like a huge mess. But today, it's real. I talked to the guests. They are arriving in 30 minutes. So yesterday we didn't have a vacuum cleaner, so now we're going to vacuum. They're arriving 3 people, and this is what it looks like. So the booking for this small apartment is very cheap, but yeah, it's $100. And yesterday we got this far with the kitchen before like the alarm bells went off, and we have the bedroom here that they are going to use. That they are going to use. The light is not working. So, oh, it's working. So we have the bedroom there, and then downstairs we cleaned a little bit up. Better subscribe to the channel so you can see what's going on. It's like crazy. Anyways, this is where we're going to make a second apartment. We just need the water heater fixed because it's up here and it's broken. So when that one is fixed, then we have hot water. Finish the kitchen upstairs. There's a bathroom under the floor. Then we close this off. We close this off, and then we have 2 rooms here. And then we have another like living area here and the kitchen. And then you can see then we have the 2 rooms here, and then the bathroom down here. Anyways, we'll just do a little bit extra cleaning because we forgot the vacuum cleaner yesterday. And then talk to the guests, and then I'll talk a little bit about the economy and number stuff. So very nice couple that came from Stockholm. So they've been driving all the way from Stockholm. It's in Sweden. So we are in Scandinavia, we're in Denmark. And then they've been driving, they're going to Netherlands, and they've been driving since 10 a.m. this morning. And then they wanted a pit stop, and that's why they booked our Airbnb, which is like in the pit stop area, right? Like with the transition from going south to north and north to south. So a woman, her husband, and a daughter, they're going to the Netherlands to look at tulips. So they were a little bit afraid of the weather because it's been raining and it's like a little bit cloudy, but they were hoping that they could see a lot of tulips. So there's like this big field of tulips that they're going to walk around. It should take around 10 minutes to walk, they were talking about. Anywho, so I'll talk a little bit about the economy. So the thing is that, like today, we thought yesterday we had the first booking, but that was today. So the booking revenue today was $100 plus some extra stuff, right? But cost money to make money too, right? So the thing is that now it's ready, unit 1, it's generating $100 in revenue per booking. I need to stress that revenue is not net income. There's a difference between those 2 things. Anyways, the second unit is not ready. We need around $2,000 to finish the second unit. So that means in order for us to start making the second unit, then we need 20 bookings on the first one, because then the investment into this Airbnb unit has proven like valid, and then it shows that there's enough demand to make a second unit. So when we have the 20 bookings, then we'll finish the second unit and put that one up too. So that's kind of like a 60% rule. Was from one of, we're teaching real estate investing. So one of our students has a rental car company, so he rents out cars, and he was talking about the 60% rule like 3 years ago when he bought our course. Anyways, the 60% rule says that when he has 60% cars, now he has a certain amount of cars, when 60% are rented out at one point, that means he needs to get a new car, because then there's not enough flexibility if there's like a boom. And the worst thing that could happen is that people want to rent his car, but he doesn't have a car. So that's kind of like his rule. I told him like 1.5 years ago, I said, now you need to stop that thing, right? Because the market is going to drown. And he listened, and then like now it's more like 90%, which was a good decision because most of his competitors have closed their stores now. Anyways, with the Airbnb Booking.com, it's kind of like the same principle. So the thing is, we need to prove that we can actually rent out before we create the next unit, if that makes sense, right? So we don't want too many houses. So right now we are opening 3 different Airbnbs. The thing with the 3 different Airbnbs is that they target 3 different groups. So that means you need to understand who is your target customers. So our 3 Airbnbs, they have 3 different personas, 3 different customers who wants to rent these units. So that means there's a market for all 3. The thing is, again, with the one I have here, the one we were in earlier, that one, when I create the second unit, it's the same product. So that means I need to prove that the first product will sell before I create the second one. I hope that makes sense. So the scoreboard now is that we need 20 bookings, and then if we get that, then in 3 months, then within like the 3 months, then we will finish the new unit. I think it's highly likely because it's only been online for a few days and we already had 1 booking. So I think it's highly likely we'll get that. The thing is with this house that makes it different is that we are in Denmark. And then I was talking about like there's a connection to Germany. So there's water here and we have Germany here, and then there's like a boat sailing here and they're building a tunnel down here. Anyways, this is the good area because that's where people are looking. That means next to the highway, next to the ferry. So our other houses are in this area, some of them. The thing is that with this house, it's a little bit outside the area. So that means like we need to do something extra with this house to get the attention of people to drive a little bit off to the side and find this house. So 2 things we can do with this house is that we can make the price competitive because it's outside and we got the house for cheap, so that's okay. So that instead of us charging $200, which we do with some of the other houses we sometimes charge up to like $300-400 for one night. Then instead of doing the 200, then we do 120 here. And then we would allow pets because not a lot of places on this route actually allows pets, and there's a lot of families who actually bring their pets on vacation. So by adding the pets here, that makes it more like, because they can't find anything in the good area with pets, but then because we have this one out here and they're searching pets, then this one will pop up when there's nothing here, if that makes sense. And that makes this like a viable option. And then again, we can charge a little bit more than some of the other places because we have the pet thing. So when people bring pets, then the price is a little bit higher, so we make more money even though we are outside the area. So the plan is June, July, August to get 70 days rented out of the 2 units. So we will hit a revenue of $14,000 on the property. Yeah, so I think that's it. If you didn't subscribe before, subscribe, and then there's a playlist with this house up here, and else I'll just see you in the next one. Bye.